Welcome back to Wepner Farms Productions. It is the time of year where we put everything off until it's too late to do it. Whew, it's cold. Anyways, wheat's really growing, thicker than a hair on a dog. Maybe went a little overboard on my planting. Anyways, remember how we were gonna winterize the sprayer like a month ago? We'll get her eventually. Oh, it's been getting a wee bit cold out in the evenings, and well, hopefully, oh, I can't open that one. Hopefully it's not frozen. Who knows? But we got some new batteries. We got these kind with the deers on them for the case sprayer because, well, put these Fleet Farms in and they are junk. They don't hold a charge, or the sprayer's junk, I don't know. One of the two. But we're gonna put these new batteries in, and hopefully this thing will be better for us, is the plan. Everything is fun with these Highboy sprayers, except for working on them. She is at a very inconvenient height. So I need to get these all loosened up. There's one here, and then we can get this strap off that holds the batteries in. Take all these nuts off, get all these wires off, and then put the new batteries in. And then she's gonna fire right up. This might be a problem. Might be a problem. I didn't even pay attention to this, but these have threads. This one does not. That's not going to work. That puts a slight damper on the day, so now we gotta get different batteries. Well, we did it. We got new batteries that are hopefully gonna work. Thought maybe there'd be a sprayer here to just trade in our sprayer and get a different one that was already winterized. They don't even have one on the lot. Honestly, the lot looks pretty empty. Like really empty compared to usual. Try not to run into anything and make a poor financial decision and end up with a new 8R. That would really suck. Anyways, yeah, there's hardly any machinery here. You can't hardly see anything because there's nothing to look at. Got some little tractors. There's a grain cart, baler, new merger, twist and fold planter. That's kind of neat looking. Got this 8R up here. I maybe should have backed into that. Couple 6Rs. Could use a new 6R for sure if I could afford it. Yeah, so now we're gonna head back, throw those batteries in, and hopefully carry on with our day. All right, hopefully we did it right this time. Let's try to put this puppy in. Drive truck. I like driving truck.
Just finish that project tomorrow.
Tomorrow? How are these on here? That is my question. Alright, we're getting back at high moisture corn. I didn't really tell you guys, but combine broke down. The main drive belt for, I think, just about everything blew up. But later on, Big Ricky found out that the clean grain elevator, or yeah, I think the clean grain elevator, or the return elevator, the paddles were all gone on it, so put a new one of those in. Not sure why the paddles were gone, so they just put a new one in, so I'm assuming that they just had to put a new one in. So we're gonna take this hopper bottom over to the field we're gonna work on, but we never drove a hopper bottom down there, so hopefully the driveway is not too steep for it. Holy man, the neighbors got corn. I could just say screw our corn and haul theirs in quick, make a quick buck. I got everything loaded. They're ready to ship her. Ready to roll. What in the world we got going on here? Hello, dear. Must like that food plot. I see there's a camera out there. That is interesting. Here's the driveway we're worried about. Did put some gravel in here. Someone did. I don't know if the county did or what. I think, although I don't want to, we're gonna kinda come off into the hayfield, because the hayfield is a little bit taller than our hole here. And then we're gonna hopefully not bottom everything out is the goal. So I guess holler if we're gonna hit something, but actually maybe doesn't look too terribly bad here, so we'll see what happens. I can't imagine anything we're about to do, this trailer going through this driveway, is gonna do anything good for its resale value. We almost just died. But full send, I guess. See if we get her down. On the bright side of everything, we did have plenty of clearance, so clearance is not going to be the issue. I think when we take it out, we're gonna go even farther in the hayfield, which the hay will probably be fine, and the little bit we're gonna run over, it's not gonna be that damaging. This is not that great either. Come on, hopper bottom, come along now. Taking hopper bottoms places hopper bottoms shouldn't be going. That is what we're doing right now. Nice hill here. Christ. Watching everything. I think we're gonna be good. The ag hopper is doing ag hopper things. We would have never made it with the other hopper bottom, that's for sure. That is for sure. So I think we could honestly probably back her into the field over here. It's a real small field. We probably won't even get this quite full. I'm sure it's real sandy ground, so I'm sure it's not gonna bushel crazy. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn around in this bean field over here, and then we're going to back her in there. And then she'll be in the field and facing the right direction to get out of here. We managed to get the hopper bottom down here, checking out the corn. Nothing to brag about, but these ears are filled out to the end. There's no tip back on them, so we did max out the yield for what the potential was for this corn, as far as I can tell. We got a little bit of a situation here. Corn is not very thick here. I think the coons got the best of it. That's about a total loss on this area here. Got that all eaten. There's 2 kernels we can harvest. But I don't think this field will do terrible. I guess maybe looking at a couple ears in here, you might get 140, 150, which isn't bad for this ground. Quite sandy. Big Ricky's coming to pick me up. Got her all the way back in there, ready to be filled. Hopefully we can get her out when she's full. Otherwise we might be in a predicament. What do you think? You ever see a hopper bottom this far off the road? Only we're getting back out of here. You guys missed the action. We got the blower set up. This one's gonna be tricky too, because we got a concrete wall in the way, so the tractor's at an angle. And I don't know if there's gonna be enough room really to get in there how we want to. So we're gonna find out right now. We got a full load to test it out. Otherwise, we're either gonna have to switch silos, or I'm not really sure what plan B is at the moment. This might not be too bad, maybe. I know, we're gonna check her out right now. We're way ahead. All right. That tail end might end up too far away. We're gonna try to get this under here somehow. So as of right now, auger doesn't fit underneath. Which means this is probably not going to work over there either. Because the difference between these silos is that over here, this concrete drops down. So the back tires are up here, it drops down a foot, and then obviously here, truck sat up here, so that gained us like 8 inches of elevation. So yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work at all. At all. This is gonna be a problem. We're working on a plan B. We got 2 options. We got our long auger used for the grain bin. We could run that in a gravity box, or we set up straight trucks to haul corn, but with the door kits so that they stay open. Right now they fly open, so probably smash stuff up with that, which would not be good. So if we use that Ford, which is the one that opens properly for what it's supposed to do, we're gonna have problems with the grain kit. International, as right now, would work, hauling with 1 forage truck and 1 semi. make for a pain in the butt back here just because of the auger being in the way and then not in the way. We're not where it's supposed to be, so I'm looking at the auger right now. See what we can do with that. But none of these options are really ideal at the moment. We're really trying to get some corn off. The thing is, it's not a very small auger, so it's gonna take up a lot of. It's really counterproductive, is what it is. Doing it this way. We have failed ourselves this corn season, and we're pretty determined to use hopper bottoms. At least Big Ricky and I are, just because of the wear and tear on our forage trucks that are not getting any newer. But it's turning into an ordeal to do this. And of course, the little air tank is out of air, so fill that up quick. It'll only take a minute. And then we'll go pump up the tires on that, well, I think there's one flat tire on the auger. By then, we should have 2 loads of corn ready to unload. She's aired up and on the move. There's a driver back there, see how everything looks. And we're gonna have to find a gravity box to park next to her. I don't know why he's going to that driveway. I think we're got that driveway blocked off. We have officially turned a 1-step process into a 3-step process. What have I done? What have I done? Alright, let's try again. Alright, now, yeah. Alright, oh!
Gonna have to work.
It looks like it's
In the front's kind of
fit. Yeah, I think it'll work.
There's a little corner that's on there, but
Yeah, that'll probably fall in anyways, because I was running corn on that before. Yeah, it'll work. Try her. To do what?
you go toward the tractor, would it be over far enough that you could?
Probably. No. It's gonna have to go towards. Alright. That gravity box in the rest of the way, I guess we'll be ready to try it. Corn's flowing. See how it does. It's quite the operation we got here, but we got her moving. We got our big auger unloading the truck here out of the hopper bottom. I think that blower could take it a little bit faster, but I don't want to push my luck yet. I don't know how fast he's got this tractor running, but it's not running that fast. He's got it right at 1500 RPMs. So probably what that auger should realistically be running at, 540 PTO. So yeah, it's working. I know it looks like a lot of work to fill a silo, which it is. As far as practicality, it's probably not the most practical way. as far as not ruining our straight truck hauling corn. I think that's a benefit. I don't know. You guys drop it down in the comments. Is this way too much work for this or not? I don't know. We're running the corn in pretty quick though. I think we're doing it a little bit faster than we did with that swing auger. We're gonna have to go run that silo loader here pretty soon. I don't know how much corn I got left. The bees wings, they're escaping! Okay, we're gonna run this now. Hay conveyor. Oh shoot. Alright, we gotta take that off first. Alright, let's try that again. Hay conveyor, cross conveyor. And then we're just gonna run this a little bit. Here comes the corn. Very good. Yeah, so that corn will pack on there is kind of the ordeal. So you just gotta make sure it keeps moving as the corn packs on there. Otherwise, we will run into problems later on. So, looks like she's gonna run fine. We'll do that probably for the first 2 or 3 loads here, and then we'll probably start doing it like every 3 loads. Probably take about 10 or 11 loads to fill this up. There's about 10,000 bushel in one of these 50,000 or 50-foot silos, so that's 10, and then that's 70. Should be another 22,000, so it's like 1,300 bushel on that 70 that we filled first. So we got a lot of corn to take off yet. It is quite the setup. There she goes. Up she goes. Into the silo. The auger filled back up and get her unloading. I will admit this is the least amount of corn we've ever spilled on the ground. I don't think there's even a kernel that we've lost yet. Maybe like 3 or 4. But usually you kind of lose some by the blower. You lose a little here. So far, nothing. If it weren't for needing to set up like 1,000 things, so much better. So much better than doing the truck. But, or the straight trucks, I should say. Like a little dust up there. Cross your fingers. Oh yeah. The old Goliath. Alright, that should be alright. Didn't seem to start up with any issues. That's good. Cross conveyor up. Corn's going up. Good enough. If you guys want to see this silo, just got a new floor. Epoxied. Well, it's actually concrete now. So we just took all the steel out. Actually, some of you guys noticed that these silos, the floor is junk. This one is already a concrete floor. Now that one's a concrete floor. It's not really a big deal being concrete, I don't think, personally. It's just you'll wear the concrete out eventually, and then you'll just probably eventually just epoxy the floor. But I don't think epoxy is much more expensive than steel anyways, and you'll just really epoxy what is really worn out. So yeah, I think they'll be good for another 100 years. I think that they were built probably in the 80s. Actually, I know there's a date on one of them, that end one, which would actually probably be the last one. We could probably find that quick. What? There's no way. 1941? I'm guessing that's supposed to be a 9. Because I know for a fact all these people were not born in 1941 or earlier. So 1991, I think this silo was built. I don't remember what I said before, but I meant to say they were probably all built in the 80s to early 90s, which would make sense with that number. I think I said 60s for some reason. I know that's not right. I didn't even think they had silos such as this back then. Oh, that's outrageous. Come on, buddy. There you go. Anyways, we'll get this swung out of the way here and get moved to the next field. Hot dogs for days. We got a hot dog here, and then that other cow that's licking another hot dog. Oh, I had one. Where is it? I see 2 cows had calves, and I only see 1 hot dog. That is concerning to me. The combine is waiting. I'm coming. Must not have been good enough for him. That's the corn we just took off. Finally finding some good corn. We took off a lot of low ground and unwide drop ground because we had some urea we had to use up. And this corn, if it weren't for the coons, it'd probably be around 230 bushel. That stuff was pretty decent. Otherwise, a lot of our corn has been like 150, 170 probably on average. But now we're starting to get into some of the better corn. We took a lot of that later planted corn first because it was a little bit wetter as we're making high moisture corn, and saving the drier stuff for when we make dry corn to save on drying costs. So it's kind of where we're at right now. Moving over to what we call the river field. This will probably be all eaten by raccoons too, because raccoons are a big nuisance around here. But be all right. We're bringing a lot of corn home. I thought that scarecrow was a person. He's like, what is he doing? Combine's not too far behind us. I'm hoping that he's gonna chip a little bit out of there, and then I can get this truck actually backed into the field he's gonna be combining is my goal here. I have to back it across the road because we're across the road from where we're gonna be combining. So he's coming. Hopefully he gets her opened up. That's not exactly what I had in mind. gonna go the other way with it. Oh well. We'll back her in that way, it's fine. That'll work. That worked out pretty good. The only thing is I gotta turn all the way around to get back out of here. That is not ideal, but time to take another load home. See if she makes it out of here. Big old hill to go up to get out of here. Too bad. On the road again. I don't know what the county did to these guys' lawns, but holy man, did they take a lot of dirt out. I suppose the water stayed on the road. I'd prefer it on the road over ditch, honestly. How are we gonna farm up to the road now? I still don't know where this other calf went. I'm kind of still looking for it. That our other calf is up and running around. Hello, Junior. But this one, calf is missing. I'm a little worried that I don't know how it could have managed. And it'd really suck if it did. I don't know how it could have gotten through here and into the pit. But if it were to disappear, that could have been where it went. Don't really see any signs of it here though. But I don't know. I don't know how it could have managed that. There's no signs of calf maybe going in here. Like no tracks there. Would have had it fallen over to get under the gate. I don't know, that's weird. I don't see it in here. Another heifer that looks like she might have a calf here soon too. They're not like that. That was just one more hopper we put on it. Gotta keep her moving. Corn's running about, this was 24%. So, like I said last time, driving for about 25% for the dryness. And it's just for consistency. You get wetter because a lot of guys or a lot of people make high moisture corn at about 30% or less. But it gets hard to get consistent there, and cows like consistency. So we made that first silo, we put that up a little bit wetter. That stuff was ranging probably 25 to 30%. Now the rest of everything we're gonna make, we're gonna try to keep it all under 25, which we should be able to, looking at what we got to work with for corn left. So filling the silo. This piece of wood needs to leave. can we put it? We've got a lot of junk piled up here. That wood's got to get burnt anyways, or do something with it. A lot of scrap. Scrap, 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 scrap. Questionably scrap. Parts slash scrap, I tell ya. Got just about another entire load on here. Still running. That is good. I have tripped over way too much stuff today. I think I'm gonna have to I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm tripping over everything today. I think on camera I've like tripped like 3 times. I don't think that's an exaggeration. Load number 4, we're cranking now, boys and girls. He's a smoking, dust is rolling. Not much else to say. We're still in some really good corn. That load before this load, I actually didn't even get unloaded before Dad had the other truck loaded. I met him on the road on his way to the farm and we switched there. Cranking some corn. Let's take a vote. We got this 1510 Great Plains grain drill. Thinking about trading it off for a 30-footer. We want Landau or Great Plains. Those are 2 options we're working with, what we want. What do you guys think? Landau, Great Plains, 30-foot. Mainly planting alfalfa and rye and wheat. Those are our three main plants we plant. So put that into consideration that we plant a lot of alfalfa with it. And it does no-till. So no-till, alfalfa, rye. We got an empty hopper here. Food damage, eh? I gotta say, this corn smacks out. So, that being said, the only thing you could do to gain more yield off of this corn is to increase population. Because these ears are maxed out, or maybe change varieties. I mean, maybe a different variety could yield more off of what it's given. But as far as planting this variety and it getting to this stage, this corn has performed to its max capacity per plant. So I mean, that's a great thing to see. Great thing. So I don't know how this corn is doing. I'm sure it's doing well. If that corn over there was over 200, I'm sure this is over 200. So that's good. That's really good corn around here. Usually, I'd say probably our average across the board is like 170. Then you got spots like this. This hurts yield a lot. And then you got low ground that doesn't perform as well. Should be loaded, ready to take home. I wish this thing would stop leaking air. I have to put Big Ricky on that. The sun is setting. The corn is flowing. It's a beautiful sight. Got that nice, cool, damp air rolling in. Kind of feels refreshing after today. Makes the guy feel relaxed. Anyways, I think we about showed her all here. Nothing left to say, but thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Maybe give her a hype, because I hear that's the new thing, the hype videos. Get them rolling. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Well, 8:30 at night. We finally found him. I don't know why he wants to lay there. There's that white one. Doing good. He was chilling in the dry cows. That stinky bugger.